Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tara with Mayhem Crafty Cards, and for today's video we are doing a video called C.A.S.E.The Creator, and I am casing Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations. So she did this circle card, a circle shaker card. So I just added my own little spin on it because I didn't have some of the same supplies that she did. So I took my pink and Maine, oh my gosh, my circle die cuts. Why I can't think of the name of what they're called right now. And I laid it on my cardstock with a bent edge. I made my circle card. So I'm also using the Rabbit Hole Designs, the Spellcaster Witch set, but I'm not using the witch. For some reason, in my stash, I do not have very many Halloween stamps, which blows my mind because Halloween is my jam. It's my favorite holiday. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take that circle that I used for my base, and I'm going to use some Brutus Monroe Raven cardstock. And I really like this black cardstock because it is like thick enough to where I can stamp and die cut on, and it holds its shape. So I'm just taking some of the little elements from the Spellcaster Witch, like the bubbles, the cat, pretty much anything that would go into the little basket, or the little pot, I'm sorry, which I do add that too. So what I'm doing is just placing them within that circle because that's where I want to die cut that circle from for the front of my card. So I am going to finish laying those out, and I'm going to then add my powder bag because I finally remembered that I had it. And I'm going to be using some of the Brutus Monroe Rainbow embossing powder. Now, had I done this differently, which I probably will, I would not use that embossing powder because I forgot that it's clear with sparkles in it. I mean, you'll still be able to see it. I just didn't have any I ran out of my silver embossing powder. So I'm going to stamp those with the Versamark ink pad. And I believe I do that twice because for some reason some of these images is really hard to see. So after I place them all down, I'm getting ready to stamp, I'm going to take that circle die and remove it because now I know where my placement is. So this hop is really fun because you're casing somebody else's card. And of course I had to case Marie's because she had some super fun Halloween ones. Now the only thing I didn't do that she did in her shaker was add the little googly eyes, which I didn't have. But I did add some sparkle blends. So that made it, well, I used some sparkle blends and I used some bats from another Rabbit Hole stamp set, which I will make sure I link everything down below. And I will link Marie's channel because she will be casing one of my cards. So I don't know which one just yet, but I'm excited to see which one she does. So we are going to, you'll see in just a second that I did use that embossing powder. And you'll see that it is clear, but it has a little bit of shimmer to it. So had I had the silver embossing powder, I would have used that instead. But, I mean, I still love the way this card turned out. So yeah, I love when we case each other's cards because we all put our own spin on things. So I'm just going to go ahead and heat emboss that, and then I'm going to die cut that out because I want that circle for the very front of my card. And you will see coming up that I did not mix up my powder and it clumped and it fell all over my mat. So there we go. Nice little clumpies. And I tried to save it and that didn't work either. So word to the wise, make sure you stir or kind of like break up some of those big clumps that are in your embossing powder. So you can see the images now, but like I said, once I put the heat gun to it, they kind of not necessarily disappear into the paper. So see that now you can see where you can kind of see them. So I chose these colors because of course it's Halloween and I had to do the orange and black. And I did use the silver. So I die cut those from the same circles. I cut 2 pieces of white paper and a silver piece. So my trick, I ran out of acetate. and ordered some from Amazon thinking that it was sheets, but it's not. That is actually for cake decorating. And let me tell you, you get so much, and it worked so well for my shaker cards. Like, it's an insane amount, and it's just the right size. It's not, too big, and I'm not wasting too much, which I love because I hate wasting my supplies. So I just took that out of the, just cut it square so I could put my circle in it. And I always add double-sided tape to anything I'm sticking to acetate because I found that the glue doesn't hold it as well and it shifts. So when it shifts and I don't catch it, then it's kind of funky looking. I mean, it's handmade, but I still like to use the double-sided adhesive. So that's what I did around the whole glitter portion of the card. And I did have the silver glitter, which I was so happy about because I didn't have the other colors that she had. I mean, I had the black, but I didn't want my background to be black. I wanted it to have that Halloween-y theme. So that's where the orange paper came in. And I wish I could tell you where I got that from, but it was just sitting in my stash. It's one of those papers where you're like, am I ever going to use this? So I just adhered that down, and now I'm going to figure out the placement of my shaker window. And I just use these Doris foam strips, I believe. And it was so nice because what I did was I stacked up 2 of those extra circles from just regular cardstock so that when I did my foam tape, excuse me, I only needed 1 layer and everything shook just fine. So she added googly eyes. I am adding little bats. And that is, like I said, that's from another stamp set from Rabbit Hole Designs. And I will make sure that I link all my supplies below. So if there's something you guys see you want me to use, just let me know. I have so many stamp sets and stencils. I mean, it's insane. So if there's a technique or a stamp set that you want me to use, let me know because I will surely fit that into my videos. So after I get this adhered, and you'll see me fight with it for a minute, I am going to add my sparkle blends, which you've not heard of sparkle blends before. Oh my gosh, they are fantastic mixes. And I will be sure to link her shop down below too. Now the ones that I'm using are from the August, I believe, release, but there's a couple that are like Broken Glass is probably one of my favorites. And that one I did put in with, I mixed, I believe, 4 blends for this shaker on top of the bats. So once I get that all down, I do take my embossing bag, or we're just going to call it the embossing bag, and go around the edges so that none of my blends or my bats stick to the sides. So I am using my bats, and I just blended some black soot on a piece of Bristol Smooth and just die cut them out, which was really nice because I have a couple different colors. So I have black, and I believe I did one in the hickory smoke, but it's just a fun little element to add, kind of like unexpected, or just kind of goes with the Halloween theme. I wish I would have had spiders. So I'm using a rhinestone mix. That one was a freebie for that month. And I'm putting them all into my bunny bowl. Let me tell you, this bunny bowl has saved me so many times. I put my bats in there. I put my embellishments in there, and it's so easy to bring that, to dump them back into their containers. I have one from Trinity, but I struggle a little bit. I have a little bit of dexterity with my hands. But this one is so much easier to grab a hold of. And if you have not gotten your bunny bowl yet, you should. And that's from the Rabbit Hole Designs as well. So I'm just going to mix all my pieces in together and glue everything down. And that is about it for the card. I think it looks like an eyeball. That's what my daughter said too. But yeah, make sure you check out Marie's video. I'll be sure to leave everything linked down below. So yeah, it's such a fun hop. And like I said, getting the card together was really, really fun to do. And I love doing these types of hops. and like I said, Marie's channel will be linked down below along with the video. All my supplies will be linked down below as well. So make sure you guys check out those links. And like I said, if there's anything that you guys want to see, let me know, because I have no problem throwing it in the video for you guys, or even making a video on those specific thing. My company spotlights will be coming back here soon. So if there's any company that you guys want to see, let me know. Usually what I do is I'll order a product or two from that company, and I will, test it out, and I will let you guys know, what I think about the company overall, shipping, customer service, everything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.